It is Sunday May long weekend, and I thought that I would catch up on some videos, give a quick update, and I have a crafty supply, witchy, and a thrifty haul. So I went back to work recently and found that I needed to get back into my routine, and I was pretty exhausted, which is why I haven't made any videos for the last couple of weeks. I thought that I would be perfectly fine jumping back in, but I was really tired, and I was trying to catch up on some things around here, and it just came kind of hit me all at once, and it was a little bit overwhelming, so I rested a lot and that's why I haven't been here, but yeah, I'm gonna share some stuff that I've been up to, and if you follow my Instagram, you pretty much see what I've been doing. It's not too exciting. Just getting some work done around here, picking a few things up. I have a wine and rocks night coming up, and that's at a local rock shop. And what that is you pay for your ticket, or you purchase your ticket, and they have wine and cheesecake tasting. I think I might have mentioned this before. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. No, probably not. You know what? I think I mentioned it in chat when I was watching a live video for Alley Cat, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But you go to the rock shop, and it's closed to the public, so whoever's purchased a ticket, they have workshops and demos, wine and cheesecake tasting, and then you get your money back in store credit that you get to spend there that night shopping for the amount that you paid for your tickets. So I think that's Friday. Yeah, Friday, May 26th. So that's going to be an awesome and fun night. And yeah, other than that, I have to try to get some work done outside, hoping that the weather changes. It's never decent weather here for May long weekend, ever. It's always miserable like this, and it looks like it might have stopped raining, because you can kind of see, you can see one of my herb beds and my fire pit out there, maybe, kind of, but it's so cold. I think it was like, I don't know, it's plus single digits degrees Celsius right now, and it's freezing in here, which is why I'm wearing a sweater. But so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you my haul, and also I'll try to run through everything really quick. I just find that some of my previous videos might have been kind of long. Like, I'm still feeling my way around being on camera for YouTube. Like, I used to stream, and the type of streaming, crafting, and DIY videos that I did on Ustream, everybody did long, very long videos, but so I'm still trying to get used to making maybe more condensed videos, and I mean, who knows? We'll see how that goes. Anyway, so I did some thrift shopping. I had to pick up some supplies, actually, because I actually have some orders, some custom orders, and then I have some stuff that I have to do for my Etsy shop. So I picked up some supplies for that, for jewelry and some other things, and then I also had to pick up some resins and some other supplies. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the auction pieces that I won. So I'm sure that in your area, or whoever's on Facebook, if any of you are on Facebook and you belong to any kind of auction sites for your area, there's probably, I'm sure that there's an auction site for just about anywhere you live. Anyway, I follow too many. I think too many. I think I'm gonna have to let some go. But there are Facebook groups, and there's buy and sell Facebook groups, and there's auction sites. And how the auction works is you just bid up the increments in the chat, and somebody will start the auction and end it at a particular time, and it's time stamped on the seller's computer. So I got this, if you can see this party light, and it's a party light candle holder, and this sucker weighs a freaking ton, but I'm going to use it for a fairy house because I do fairy gardens. I love fairy gardens, and I make quite a big one outside. And I'm going to make some other ones, which I'll probably film when I do that. But you can put candles in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy those cheap LED lights from the dollar store for outside, and put those in here. But if you see the back, and I love this side here, it has like the little raccoon going in the garbage, and then it's got the water here. So I thought that this would make a cute fairy house, and it was $2.50 I won this for at that auction, so you can't go wrong. Another auction thing that I won, and I'm just gonna grab one here because there are 7 of them. So I think it was for, was it $10? 7 of these fairies. So I got 3 of these little, or maybe it was more. No, it's 7 because I got 3 of these blue and green fairies, which are perfect for the fairy gardens. I got 2 purple ones like this. And I've got 2 of these pretty little yellow ones. And the only thing that was wrong with any of these is some of the gauze or the whatever material on the wings is torn a little bit, but I can fix it up. And it was only a few dollars. It was so cheap, so I had to get that. So that was also one an auction. And I if it's something that inexpensive, I try to pick something that's right in my neighborhood, and I've lucked out, and there's been quite a bit of stuff right in the area. What else did I get? The auction. I think that was it for the auction, and then I did, out of everything that I've got, seriously everything that I got, I did tons of shopping for outside as well, but I got off of one of the Facebook buy and sell groups, a local buy and sell group, of this little glass cauldron, which I think is so stinking cute. And if anybody follows my Instagram, you know that I'm collecting vintage cauldrons, especially the little glass ones. But I'm going to use this on my altar, probably for, I have another one that I do some of my incense in, but I think with this type of glass, I'll probably use it for candles. But how cute is that? How cute. And I've seen these on Etsy, so if anybody's interested, they do have some of these on Etsy. They have some of them on eBay. They're kind of pricey. I got this one is for $10, and I don't know if this is Fenton. I'm not sure if it is, but on Etsy and eBay, I've seen them typically around $20 to $30, and the shipping here is more than the items. So I thought that $10 to pick this up locally was pretty good. So that was from there. Now for the thrift shop, and I didn't grab it. I actually put it away because it's quite a large vintage looking kind of shelf that's gonna probably hang up on the wall. But I picked up at the thrift store another one of these, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, you've seen that I did a crystal terrarium, and that's why I picked up another one of these. I'm gonna do probably another crystal terrarium. This one I might do for a gift, or it'll go in my shop. And I also found this full, this is Gold Canyon, and this one is peppermint. It's absolutely gorgeous, huge, and it was at the thrift store for like $2.99. And these candles are handmade here, actually local, and I had absolutely no idea that they were made local here and that we had anything like this here. But yeah, so it's Gold Canyon, and this is peppermint. And I see that the light is fading, so I hope you can see all this well, because it looks like the light is starting to fade a little bit outside. What else did I get? I think that was it. And I did get a book, which again, I didn't bring in here, and I'm too lazy to get up and get it, but it was a chakra book, I believe. So I got that at Value Village. So I got the shelf, the lantern, and the candle and the book at Value Village. So that was it, I believe, for thrift shopping. I also bought some stuff because we are doing some landscaping, and by my garden is like a little sacred space that's just for me. My husband put in a fountain out there, and he remulched it, and I've got some new pieces for out there. And I'm kind of sad about this one, and I'm actually going to call the store to see if I can take it back, but I'm going to show you the side that's not broken. And I know that it didn't get broken on the way here, and the girl didn't break it wrapped in paper. So I got this lantern. You can see. I found this, but look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that big hole in there? I took it out of the bag and I set it on the table in the kitchen with a bunch of my stuff, and it's been there for the last 2 days. So I bought this Friday night, I believe. So it's been sitting there for the last 2 days, and then I went to go pick it up today, and I noticed it was all broken. Now, there is no glass anywhere. There was no glass in the bag. There was no glass in the package when I unwrapped it, so I had to have bought it broken. There's enough glass missing here that we would have noticed the glass, and there's absolutely not. How I missed it, I missed that in the store, I have no idea. So I am going to see if I can take it back, because this thing cost me like 20 bucks, and the glass is so thin. But the light is actually an LED light, which I really, really loved, because I have another really, really tall bird cage style that I'm going to be using real candles in, because that is going by my outside altar. So I do like to use real candles, but it's nice to have some other lights around. And with the LED candles, I won't have to worry about them going out in the wind or anything like that. So I'm going to take that back to the store and see if they're going to exchange that for me. I bought it at Winners, so you know what? They probably will. Another thing I got at Winners, and I don't know if I can get this in film. I did post the stuff on my Instagram, so you probably can't. So I got this cute little stand. It was like $16. That is for outside in my garden. So I got that stand that's outside in my garden. That lantern. And what else did I pick up at Winners? I also picked up, pardon me, I don't know if you can see it too. I wonder if I should turn the camera. Just don't mind my mess, but it's over there across the desk. So I picked up this gold 3-tiered holder right there. So you can see that over there. That's for my kitchen. I have another one there, and I wanted to kind of replace it because this one has 3 tiers, and I like to put my my fruit in that on my kitchen table. So that's where that one's going. I also got that at Winners, and my last thing from Winners was this salt salt candle holder for tea light candle holder. Now this particular one, because I have enough of these myself, and I have the pink ones, and I also have some quartz, white quartz tea light candle holders like this, so I have enough of them. I purchased this because it was only a couple of bucks for our backyard blitz. Now we have a huge family barbecue every couple of years, and it's big. It's family, friends. We have a huge potluck barbecue, but it starts mid-afternoon and it goes all the way into the night, and we have a pile of games, and we do prizes, and then we have a grand prize and a huge tacky trophy at the end for the winner of the backyard blitz. So I've started picking up some of the prizes because it's in July, so that's going to be one of the prizes. There's going to be a lot of my handmade stuff, and then I get prizes donated from everybody that comes to the barbecue, and that's one of the items I'm going to use for a prize. So that was it. That was what I got at Winners, and that's what I got at the thrift store. From the dollar store, I picked up some of these. And you know what? If anybody's got a, well, you know what? I imagine maybe your Dollar Tree down there might have them in the States. But for the Dollarama, I'm hoping that these are going to work out okay because I've been looking for them all over. Here, if it's not Christmas time, you can't find any netted lights. And I wanted to get solar ones because I have a set of net lights and they are solar powered. Do not have to plug them in because every single set of lights that we have outside here, you have to plug in, and we have to run extension cords everywhere. It's a pain in the ass, and it's ugly. So I was really, really happy to find these. They are small LED solar lights, and they're not nets, but it's a whole set like this. So I picked up a couple boxes of these because I have an arbor, which is my, it's a closed-in arbor in the corner by my garden where my fountain is, where my altar is. And I've been looking for lights to hang down. So they kind of hang down just part way in the top of the arbor. So I was really, really happy to get these. So happy because either you get mini LED lights and it requires batteries, which I'm okay inside the house, but outside, I mean, our weather's so unpredictable here. Solar powered is absolutely perfect for what I'm looking for. So I got that at the dollar store. And also I got this from the dollar store. Now, I got just this little glass bowl, which you could use for crystal terrarium. However, and I got this little birdhouse. Somebody messaged me asking for some help with a very small fairy garden for their mother who suffers from dementia and is now in a nursing home, and they wanted something for her to, you know, to be cheery and for her to look at, and she likes those kinds of things. However, limited space. Apparently it needs to be small enough to fit on a windowsill. And I've never done a fairy garden in a small container. I've done succulent terrariums like this, which I posted on my Instagram from last year. But also, I've never done a fake plant fairy garden. So this will be my first. She can have real plants, but her concern, I guess, is that, you know, if nobody waters them or looks after them. And when you do live plants in a container like this, you know, you have to make sure you have proper drainage so the plants don't die. So anyway, to make it easier for her, she's going to go with a fake plant. So she has something that's small enough to fit on her thing. So I picked these up. I'm going to turn this house. I'm going to cut this front into an opening. I'm going to turn this little birdhouse church thingy into a little fairy house, and I'm going to do a little fairy garden for her. So I will post pictures on my Instagram of that when it's done. And that was it from the dollar store. Now my Witchy supply haul is very, very tiny. I was out of a few things, so I picked that up, and one of them was frankincense. So I just picked up a little bag of frankincense. I got this from Holistic. I've mentioned on my videos before, that's where I like to get anything I can't make or grow myself. I love Holistic. Actually, you know what? I didn't get this from I usually get it from but they're out. I got this from Shakti's. That's right. I didn't go to this weekend. is my absolutely most favorite store for any kind of herbs, oils, or anything that I can't make or grow myself. Shakti's is probably my second favorite place, just for everything else, jewelry making supplies, and they have metaphysical supplies, and they have some really nice, neat stuff, and the whole vibe and the atmosphere in the store is great. One time when I go in, I'm going to film it, and there's just so much to look at in such a small space. It's just absolutely beautiful. But that's where I got this from. So I got the frankincense, and I also got some copal, and it is from Nepal copal, which I've not used before, so I don't know if anybody else has. And this stuff was actually expensive. It's like $7 for this tiny little bit. But the frankincense, $3.99, and I know that might be kind of expensive from where you're at, but for here, that's a really, really good price. So I got that, and I tried their bergamot oil. You all know that not all essential oils are created equal. Each brand is different, and Hollow Reed is probably my favorite. They have almost every single essential oil smells great. Shakti's has some really nice ones too, though, and this one smells amazing. It's kind of reminds me of, well, it's citrusy, but it's such a light, kind of like oranges and apricots, and it smells really good, and it smells really fresh and light and clean. So I got that, and I think I paid 15 milliliters. What did I pay? I think $10, which for here is really good. So I got that at Shakti, and I also got some jewelry making supplies because I have to get some stuff done for my shop. So I picked up some vintage bronze jewelry wire. I picked up some bead caps. I'm not sure if you can see that. They're really, really pretty. I picked up these. I don't know if you can, the lighting's getting kind of shitty in here, but I picked up that. And I also picked up some, Shakti has got some amazing stuff in there. Like, I'm going to have to film it when I go in one time. They have this ginormous, I believe it's a bull skull, but it's so intricately carved. The patterns, the designs that are carved into it are amazing. I've never seen anything like it before, ever. They have a lot of really, really neat things. I'm going to definitely have to film it the next time I go there. The shop owner travels to India and all over the place to go and get some of the stuff for her shop herself. So I picked up one of these bead caps. Thought they were so cute. And then I just picked up, these are for wire wrapping or soldering, maybe we'll see. But I just picked up some, oops, if you can see these. Some quartz points for jewelry making. We'll do some pendants, and then an amethyst one. So I picked up that. And I also picked up some of these gorgeous dyed agate stones for jewelry making. See, you know what? And if I turn the light on in here, everything will have like a yellow glow cast towards it. I'm trying to do this in as much of the natural light as I possibly can, but you're not seeing the colors great. I'm just, maybe, I wonder if, oh, there we go. It's kind of like a, you can see, oh, there you go. You can see the color right there. It's kind of like a purpley blue, and it's beautiful. So I got a bunch of those to make some pendants, and then I got some imperial jasper in different sizes and different colors. So, and this is, I'm going to use for jewelry as well. So if you can see the color on that. This one. So sorry for the shitty lighting. And then this orange. Just two different, well, kind of close. So that's imperial jasper, and I got like a bunch more of the, pardon me, the pink. I'm not sure if I'm going to solder that or if I'm going to wire wrap, or I don't know, we'll see. I'm waiting for the last bit of my sari silk, and I posted that on Instagram too. I found a Canadian supplier in Quebec, in Montreal, and her prices and her shipping are fantastic, and her product is absolutely beautiful, and that's probably what I'm going to use for my tassels, for my malas, and probably for, I like, for some of these larger pendants, I like cloth wrapped around the chains for necklaces. I mean, that's a preference for me. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to like that, but I'm going to probably make some of them like that. So I've also picked up some copper wire, some solder, and I got the solder and this particular wire from Michael's, and I know that I posted this, I'm pretty sure I posted this, but I picked up some Pearl-Ex, and if you're not familiar with Pearl-Ex, it's a pigment powder, and I'm going to use it for clay, but you can use it on all types of mediums. You could use it in your Book of Shadows if you want. I haven't tried this stuff, this particular series yet, but I can't wait. What I'm going to do with this is also what I picked up too, is I'm going to use it on my clay. I actually have an order. Some of this clay is for colors. So there's pearl and this blue, which I absolutely love. I got gold, this bright, oops, I don't know, magenta maybe, or violet, and silver clay. So I don't normally sell my clay mushrooms that I make for my fairy garden, or I make different things for my fairy garden. Those are things I don't typically sell in my store, but somebody asked for them, so I'm going to make some, and then the rest are going to be for probably jewelry making. I do believe that, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that was everything that I could bring in the house anyway. I picked up a few other things for outside, which, you know what, when I start getting things going, I probably am going to do some how-to and some DIY gardening videos, different things to, you know, help with your garden. I love to spend all my time in the garden. My whole entire summer is spent in the garden, and we really shouldn't be complaining about the rain, simply because this has probably been the driest spring we have ever had. So we do need the rain. It just could have waited till after my long weekend to rain, but I'm hoping that this year is like last year. Last year it got to the point where I could barely keep up picking the stuff in my garden. Every morning I'd go out and I'd come in with a bag full of cucumbers and beans and tomatoes and peppers. And onions. I just couldn't keep up with my garden, and I'm hoping that I get the same this year. And I think I'm going to grow some, try some different herbs, and I'm going to move my lavender because my lavender didn't do well where it was, so I'm going to grow it in pots. I just don't think that we have the greatest soil and the greatest weather, so this way I can control it a bit better, and I think I'm going to grow it in pots this year and move it out of my herb bed because it just did so terrible. I mean, I got enough to last me for smudge wands for the fall, but that was about it. You know, what I did get grew, pardon me, beautifully, but I didn't get hardly any. So yeah, that's about it. I will definitely do some updates when they come for my shop, and some more DIYs and how-tos, and if you have any suggestions or something that you'd like to see. I make pretty much everything myself. I make my own oils and protection balls and spell bottles and kitchen spoon wands, you know, terrariums, just about anything. So, pardon me. If there's anything in particular that you'd like to see, or whatever, just leave a message in the description box, and I guess that's about it. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.